Hello there. I don't know why I just did an accent, but hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing yet another video talking about new aesthetics. And today we're talking about balletcore and the pink Pilates princess aesthetic. I've talked about balletcore before, but I've never really done a whole video doing a deep dive on it, so I thought I'd do that today. And I also wanted to talk about the pink Pilates princess aesthetic because I find that it's very similar and it's also been getting really popular lately. Balletcore actually got really trendy like a year ago, but I guess I just didn't want to talk about it yet because I was scared it would be a micro trend and it would just pass really quickly. But it seems to be popular still, and I feel like it's getting pretty popular for the fall because it's kind of a transitional aesthetic between seasons. Like, you can layer up a lot and be a little bit more warmer for the fall. And I'm seeing a lot of brands come up with ballet-inspired clothing lines, so here we are. Before we get started, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe if you want more content on fashion and aesthetics. And you can also join my Discord server to talk more about fashion and aesthetics with like-minded people. We can talk about literally anything related to fashion. You can talk about new aesthetics you've seen, some DIY projects you're working on. We even have a book club going, which isn't exactly related to fashion, but I think a lot of my subscribers really like reading, so I thought it'd be fun to start that. So I'll link that down below, and I definitely recommend checking it out if you're interested. So the balletcore trend started becoming a big thing in 2022, but ballet-inspired fashion has been around for years, like ballet flats, leg warmers, wrap skirts, etc. But in 2022, it's becoming much more explicitly inspired by ballet practice clothes. Like, you can literally dress like you're actually going to a ballet practice instead of just like incorporating ballet items into a regular outfit. And there's actually kind of been a lot of controversy surrounding this aesthetic, which I talked more about in my Have Aesthetics Gone Too Far video, especially surrounding inclusivity, because historically ballet has always favored thin white women, which could also lead to unhealthy or disordered eating, and I think this is definitely a fair argument to make. But I also do hope that the popularity of balletcore actually helps to like inspire other creators of different colors and different body types to partake in it and combat that stereotype of what a typical ballerina looks like. On the brighter side, I also feel like one of the reasons balletcore became so popular is because it's kind of making balletcore more accessible. I feel like a lot of women dreamed of being a ballerina as a little girl, or always wanted to take ballet lessons but couldn't afford to when they were a kid. And participating in balletcore is kind of giving them that opportunity to live their childhood dreams and heal their inner child. And some people are even taking beginner classes in ballet as an adult, and I think that's really great. Like, it's never too late to learn something new or pick up a new hobby. Visually, balletcore also has a lot of similarities to the coquette aesthetic, which has also been very trendy lately, and I think this also kind of aligns with the notion of women reclaiming their femininity. I've noticed there's been a lot of women saying they hated the color pink as a kid and hated anything girly, but now they're realizing it's due to internalized misogyny, and they're trying to embrace the color pink and embrace everything feminine. And I don't know, I guess trying to make up for that a little bit, and I kind of relate to that. So while I do recognize there can definitely be some problems that arise with the popularity of balletcore, I think there's also some good to come from it as well. So with the popularity of these aesthetics, we've seen a lot of brands like Urban Outfitters, for example, building clothing lines based off of balletcore and the coquette aesthetics. So some typical things we see in balletcore fashion include chiffon, tulle, satin materials, ruching, baby doll silhouettes, lots of layers, flowy dresses and skirts, wrap tops, cardigans, wrap skirts, leggings and tights, leg warmers, leotards or bodysuits, ribbons, ballet flats of course, and a color palette of pastel pink and blue, white, black, and nude colors. Following balletcore, the pink Pilates princess aesthetic has also gotten really popular lately. It's very visually similar to balletcore and has a lot of similar controversies, as it also tends to focus on the lifestyles of thin, upper middle class white girls, which again, if you want to hear more about, I talked a little bit about it in my Have Aesthetics Gone Too Far video. But the pink Pilates princess aesthetic also has a little bit more of a Y2K influence, as I find it very similar to the Victoria's Secret pink era, and it became really popular more recently with the Frankie's Bikini Pilates Princess collection. As the name suggests, it is more inspired by Pilates than ballet, but it kind of is a blend between ballet fashion and athleisure, which I think is really cool because sometimes the balletcore aesthetic can be a little bit too dressed up for people's tastes. So if you're more into a more casual look, then I think the Pilates Princess aesthetic might be more suited for you. And while there are controversies, one good thing it does promote is a healthy lifestyle. There's a big emphasis on healthy living, healthy eating, and self-care within the Pink Pilates princess aesthetic. It's kind of a mouthful. Although I do worry that it might push that mindset a little too far and promote working out and like eating healthy a little too hard. So I just hope that it promotes mental health as much as it does physical health. But fashion-wise, some items you can look for in this aesthetic include sweatshirts or pullovers, running jackets, leggings, athletic skirts, Ugg boots, razor bag tops, sports and dresses, any pink, white, light gray athleisure, leg warmers, sneakers, and silver jewelry. So aesthetically, it looks very similar to balletcore, but a lot more casual and athleisure based. And finally, I wanted to talk a little bit about dark balletcore. Now this isn't a big trend yet, but I think it should be. I think dark coquette, for example, has been really trendy lately, which is basically a darker color palette version of coquette. And I love it because I love feminine styles, but I want it in a darker color palette. So I would love to see more dark balletcore inspo pop up. Like the name suggests, dark balletcore would include the same items from the balletcore aesthetic, but in a darker color palette. And I think it could also take inspiration from like Black Swan, for example, and it would look super cool, like very elegant and romantic. So for example, instead of like pink ballet flats, you can get black ones, black leggings and tights, black wrap tops, and it doesn't have to be just black, maybe it's just like darker pink colors, for example. Just like darker color palettes in general, but with like the cute ribbons and the cute silhouettes and feminine silhouettes of balletcore. I've been wanting to incorporate a little bit balletcore into my own wardrobe, but I wear a lot of dark clothes, so I think this would be really cool, and I would love to see more inspiration on it. So if you're interested in this, please help me get this to be more popular. I think dark balletcore would be beautiful. And the last thing I wanted to quickly talk about is where to shop for these aesthetics. First of all, I always recommend thrifting. It's my #1 option. I love buying secondhand clothes. Even if you don't have like thrift stores near you, see if there's like online thrifting options like Depop or Vinted, because you can find a lot of like more unique pieces on there, vintage pieces, and just like things you wouldn't typically find in like the mall, for example. And of course, it's so much more sustainable for the environment, so I always recommend thrifting and buying secondhand. But if that's truly not an option for you, no judgment here. A lot of fast fashion brands are definitely leaning into these trends and have like separate lines for balletcore and coquette, so you can find items at places like Urban Outfitters, Princess Polly, Motel Rocks, Jing, any of those typical trendy stores that you can think of. Yes Style is also a pretty affordable one with tons of feminine pieces that will definitely fit these aesthetics. Any athletic brands would also be worth checking. Brands like Lululemon, Athleta, Halara, where you can use my discount code Mariel15_Halara for 15% off. Especially for the Pink Pilates Princess aesthetic because it's so athleisure based, so I'm sure you can find some items there that could fit these aesthetics. And lastly, if you want more sustainable and like high quality pieces, although they are at a higher price point, one brand that is really cute, very feminine and pretty, Kittany. They have so many pretty feminine tops and skirts that could fit these aesthetics, as well as aesthetics like cottagecore and just like feminine aesthetics in general. And Ultra PDX, where I also have a discount code, the DRESSRELIEF. They are a sustainable and plus size inclusive brand, so I always like mentioning them. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have for you today. Let me know what you guys think of balletcore and the Pink Pilates Princess aesthetics in the comments below. Personally, I definitely understand where like the problems and controversies are coming from, but I can also see like some good that these aesthetics bring. I definitely think it's helping a lot of girls like reclaim their femininity and heal their inner child, and I think that's great. But I just want to make sure that we also promote like mental health, as well as like embracing all sorts of people of different backgrounds. And I feel like if we do have more people of different backgrounds and different body types participating in these trends, I feel like it'll help lead these aesthetics to the right direction, if that makes sense. So let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm wrong. We can also discuss it more in my Discord server. Like I mentioned, we can talk about pretty much anything related to fashion and aesthetics there. So again, that'll be linked down below. But other than that, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and let me know what videos you want to see in the future. And I'll see you guys next time.